Hello everyone, thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to show you a way of applying booby foam tubes to create a booby pattern. I generally tie them on a size 333 BL bent end point or wide gap or the Hen's BL 254 2X strong bent end point with also a wide gap. There are various sizes, of course, of booby tubes. There's everything from the 6 mil, the 9 mil, and the 2.6 mil. Depending on the size of pattern I'm tying, whether it's from an 8 to a 14, I just pick the according size of booby tube that I like to use. So they come in multi-packs. They're also available in individual packs. There's about 20 pieces of tubing per package. Or you can buy a foam cylinder preformed. There's about 6 in a package. They're quite expensive, but the hourglass figure in North America is really what we've come accustomed to working with. It was designed for ease, but the way I apply these tubes in the foam, it's just as easy and works just as well. So I'll take this hook out and I'll add in first a BL333, and we'll run a 6 mil tube. And I just start my thread from behind the eye of the hook, lay down a little bit of a base. Move the excess thread and work my thread back up behind the eye of the hook, about 1 hook eye distance back. I'll take the foam tube, fold it in half, and apply it just behind the tie-in point. And I'll try to make sure my thread is fairly flat. The GSP threads have a tendency to be able to cut foam cylinders, so it's somewhat important to keep your thread as flat as possible to prevent that. And the other thing it does is build a bit of a ramp in behind the foam. So once you have it tied in and positioned, you can lift the foam up, bring your thread up, lift your foam up, and then split the booby tube down the center with the thread and come in behind the eye of the hook again, and then just do figure of 8 wraps. Half a dozen of those. And come around the base of the hook, around the base of the eyes, tighten up those figure of 8 wraps. And then you can finish the fly off either behind the booby eyes if you're going to pre-tie a bunch, or you can finish it off behind the eye of the hook. Just pull that. So that gives you the hourglass finish that I was mentioning. It's not exact, but it's very, very close. And I'll do another one for you here, but we'll split the thread or split the foam this time. And I'll run this on a BL 254 and a 2X strong hook. Again, basically the same technique. A little wax on the thread. Start behind the eye of the hook with a catch. Lay down a bit of a base layer. thread back in behind the eye of the hook, about 1 hook eye distance. And then we can split the foam in this case. Again, I'm using a 2.6 tube. And these tubes are laser cut, so they're exactly the same. They're clones of each other. They're very well proportioned, as opposed to being drilled or punched. So the laser, I really like the laser cut because of the consistency. So here I've split this piece of foam, this 6mm again. Match the ends up like we did before. Apply it to the side of the hook. And tighten up. Do some touching turns and wrap it in good and tight. Without cutting the foam. And once you have that in place, you can lift the foam up. Lift the thread up, then lift your foam up. Split your pull your thread down through the top and center of that horseshoe shape that we had created. And then do figure of 8 wraps, about 6. Come up under the base of the eyes and tighten up those figure of 8 wraps. And again, you can finish off behind the booby eyes if you're going to pre-tie 6 or a dozen or so, or you can finish off behind the eye of the hook. Your choice. But this is simple, easy. It limits the amount of cutting you need to do to develop the cylinders, the roundness of the eyes. And like I had mentioned, it leaves a good finish. And I kind of enjoy that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope this helps. It's a unique tying procedure. Just for applying booby eyes to your hooks. Thanks again. Have a great day.